Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book of Ecclesiastes. I have finished chapter 4 and start just the first words of chapter 5. The title of this chapter 5 is Standing in Awe of God. So basically this Ecclesiastes is the teaching of Solomon. Again, we do not know when he wrote this. From my understanding, probably he, at his late age, very experienced, very wise, has been seeing so many things in the life, and a lot of it's kind of concluded nothing's meaningful, everything's meaningless, but only seeking the truth of the God he believed. So I'm going to continue to read. Do not be quick with your mouth. Do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. God is in heaven and you are on earth. So let your words be few, as a dream comes when there are many cares. So the speech of a fool when there are many words. When you make a vow to God, do not delay in fulfilling it. He has no pleasure in fools. Fulfill your vows. It is better not to vow than to make a vow and not fulfill it. Do not let your mouth lead you into sin, and do not protest to the temple messenger. My vow was a mistake. Why should God be angry at what you say and destroy the work of your hands? Much dreaming and many words are meaningless. Therefore, stand in awe of God. Riches are meaningless. If you see the poor oppressed in the district and justice and rights denied, do not be surprised at such things. For one official is eyed by a higher one, and over them both are others higher still. The increase from the land is taken by all. The king himself profits from the field. Whoever loves money never has money enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with his income. This too is meaningless. As goods increase, so do those who consume them. And what benefits are they to the owner except to feast his eyes on them? The sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of a rich man permits him no sleep. I have seen a grievous evil under the sun, wealth hoarded to the harm of its owner, or wealth lost through some misfortune, so that when he has a son, there is nothing left for him. So I'm going to stop here and continue to move on in next video and briefly go over again. So this is about the saying the meaningless. So if you recall previously, he talked about the wisdom is meaningless, everything is meaningless, pleasure are meaningless, wisdom and folly are meaningless, and toil is meaningless. And then talk about time is everything, and talk about oppressions, toil, and friendlessness. Those are all the reality. I think these are all the reality. I think from what he saw in his lifetime, not just the faith or the belief or the truth. These are the reality of the world, the life, underneath of the God, I think, from what he believed. And then the end of chapter 4 said advancement is also meaningless. So these are all the real. Really, I think the whole meaningless thing, everything meaningless, really referring to what is the purpose for those, and what is the origin, or where it's come from, and how to get them. So that's the here. Do not be quick with your mouth, and do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. This means respectful. God is in heaven and you are on earth, so let your words be few. So this is God is really the God of invisible and also the real. As a dream comes when there are many cares, so the speech of fool when there are many words. So this, if you think too much during the day, will come to your dream. This is the I think many times in the Psalm, and also the wisdom talk about if you think too much, it will come to your dream. On the other hand, if you recall Jacob, his dream, he dreamed the stone ladder descending from the sky, and so he set that place as holy, as the God. I do not know whether these two connected. I think probably for the chosen one, their dream is the message from God. For those who like this, if you meaninglessly think too much during daytime and then fall into the dream, that's probably just in case somebody might connect this together. When you make a vow to God, do not delay in fulfilled. He has no pleasure in fools. Fulfill your vows. It is better than not to vow than to make a vow and not fulfilled. So do not vow, do not swear. That's also mentioned many times in the Bible. The otherwise, the wisdom. Do not let your mouth lead you into sin, and do not protest the temple messenger. So this is saying that restrain the tongues, also mentioned many times. My vow was a mistake. Why should God be angry at what you say and destroy the work of your hands? So do not say it in the temple. You swear something and then later on said that doesn't count. So that's really not good for anyone. Much dreaming and many words are meaningless. So this is if you're dreaming too much, not holding the ground. And also the empty words, they're meaningless. Therefore, stand in awe of God. So just respectful with scarcity of words and riches are meaningless. This is talk about the rich. If you see the poor oppressed in distress and justice and rights denied, do not be surprised at such things. For one official is eyed by a higher one, and over them both are others higher still. So this is saying the injustice in the real, and do not be discouraged and try to stay back to understand, because one official has somebody above him or her, and also above that, above officials, there's some others. And then he mentioned the kings. The increase from the land is taken by all. The king himself profits from the field. So this is different stratified layers of authorities, and the king really benefit the lands, the fields. Whoever loves money never has money enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with his income. These two meaningless. So this we all work in the world we need money. I think that's just different from loving money and loving career or the purpose of living. The purpose of living is not to get money, but it's to, through the hard working, pursue the career and do kindness and then get the money, I think. As good increase, so do those who consume them, and what benefits are they to the owners except to feast his eye on them? So this is when you increase the richness, also the consumer also increase. That's the real part. The sleep of labor is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of the rich man permits no sleep. This is saying if you have richness, and then it's, because of the hard working, the mind consumed, and continue to work hard, so this make the rich people sleepless, and also compared to those laboring, hard working, and sleep is sweet. So probably the first one is wise in Solomon's mind. I seen the grievous evil under the sun. Wealth hoarded to harm of its owner. Wealth lost through some misfortunes. So this is saying that those are all the richness is out of anybody's hands. Can gain it and can lose it any time. So this is about the first part of chapter 5. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.